Hello, everyone. Just waiting for more people to join. Give everybody a couple minutes to come in. How are we doing today on this Thursday? Hello, hello. So, today's live, we're going to talk a lot about manifestation, prosperity, etc. With today being 8/8, some people will call it the Lionsgate portal. It has to do with it being a very potent time to make manifestations happen, mostly revolving around wealth, around prosperity. So you'll see a lot of that as a common theme around this time. And this portal has been opened for I believe it's a couple days prior or even like a week or so. And it peaks on today's date. So that is why 8/8 is such a big deal. And it's just because of the fact that it peaks around this time. Is anyone doing anything special for it? Anyone doing any sort of ritual? What do we got going on? You've had some people come in getting money bowls and stuff started, and I might bring in ours to show you guys what you could be doing today. So what I got on the table is items revolved around manifesting success, etc., confidence. So as far as crystals go, I have carnelian. Hi, Sylvie. I have carnelian on the table, tiger's eye, citrine, and then some Libyan desert glass. That is my pick of big old manifestors or things that I feel like go very well together. Hi, Karen. How are you? Tiger's Eye helps with traveling and protection. Is so going into a maybe more intense part of your life when it comes to what you're manifesting. You're going to need a little bit of help. Um, Citrine is my big go-to when it comes to manifestation. If you were to come into the store and ask me for some, I'm always going to say citrine. I forgot pyrite. Pyrite is also great when it comes to manifesting in wealth. I have a lot of pyrite and citrine on my money altar at home. Those are what I pick when it comes to manifesting money and wealth and abundance. Um, I have carnelian on here specifically for confidence. Sometimes it's lacking, so it helps having some carnelian, especially when you're trying to manifest things. So I also have select necklaces on the table that I believe are great around this time of year. And if you were to ask me for my mega manifester, I am always going to point you to Libyan desert glass. And I have two pendants and a tiny little piece of it on the table. And then I also have some select rings. I know last week we talked about Tektites, and I didn't currently have the rings out because they were at a different show. But I do have some Moldavite and I do have some Libyan desert glass rings. if you guys did want to see those. Hi, Sam. How are you? Hi, baby. How are you? um, Big part of manifesting is journaling, is writing down what you want. Um, so I have a lot of, and by a lot, I have like two journals up there for manifestation specifically. The 369 Manifestation Journal is a hardback. People really like this one, and we have a few. By the way, if you would like to purchase anything on the table, you can. Wow, I blanked. You can say claim in the chat, whatever the item is. And when you are orange, oh, I know, those carnelians. Just type claim in the chat, the item that I brought up or the item that you want. We will then message you, get sent an invoice your way so we can get your item out to you. TikTok, you guys have it a little bit easier because all you have to do is go into that cart, go into that shop button, and a lot of these items are going to be in the shop. I want to say crystals and select jewelry are going to be some of the things that you might not be able to find. So if you do want one of the crystals on the table, if you want one of the rings, you will have to let me know in the chat box. All right, so the 369 Manifestation Journal, it's a 52-week guide to using divine numbers and law of attraction techniques to manifest your desires. Hello, Trevor. How are you? What I like about each week is it talks about which week we're on. It comes with a cute little quote. The exercise that they want you to do, and then you have to do what you're grateful for. And I think a lot of people don't realize that being grateful is massive when it comes to manifestation. You have to be thankful for what you have, for the opportunities that you've had. You're living your best life. Good. I'm happy to hear that. But you have to be thankful and grateful for what you have, for things to flow in. If you're constantly like, I hate this or I hate that, I hate my job, I don't like this, it's nothing good is going to flow in your direction because of the negativity surrounding what you've been given. So a big thing is talking about what you're grateful for, even in crappy situations, because there usually is something to be thankful for and grateful for, in the worst of things. And sometimes it takes a little bit of deep digging to find that, which is why this journal right here is great, because you can sit on it for a bit and figure out, what am I grateful for this week? Like what happened to me that I am grateful for? Yeah, we don't need no negative Nancy vibes, right? On the back of that page that I just showed you, are the exercises. So in the morning, write what you want to manifest 3 times. You'll find that commonly is the law of 3. People saying things 3 times, writing things down 3 times, to really put it out into the universe. So we've got in the morning, write down what you want to manifest 3 times. In the afternoon, repeat what you want 6 more times. And then in the evening, reinforce your desires 9 times. So it goes by 3, 6, and 9s. So highly recommend something like this, especially if you want to keep track of your manifestations, things that are coming to fruition for you. This is a good way to visualize that. So it's funny, week 24 is visualize your dream job. It tells you how to visualize your dream job as much as possible, involving all of your senses. What does your desired work environment include? What sights, sounds, textures, scents, and tastes? Imagine yourself doing your desired task and use this technique to keep your inner eye on the prize. I like that a lot. A lot of people give up on their desires because things aren't happening for them. And the big thing is just continuing on and pushing through. If you want this book, if you want this journal, it is $16.95. I believe it is in our TikTok shop. If you are on all of my other platforms, you would just have to tell me that that's the one you want, and I can pack it up for you. But highly recommend a manifestation journal, especially if you feel like nothing good is happening to you. You're feeling bogged down, nothing's happening. That right there is excellent when it comes to keeping track and realizing the good things that are coming to you. You're grateful to wake up on the right side of the dirt. Grateful for my trip out to Ohio soon. Yeah, you do got people to see. You do have people to see. You got to make the light of all your situations. Does anyone see anything on the table that they are interested in looking at further? I guess I will kind of leave that up to you guys. Otherwise, I'm just going to blindly pick and talk. Yeah, today's a good day to do a money bowl. Or if you have a money altar in your house, today it's a good day to refresh it, to clean it off. Put new stones on there, refresh the money, give some ancestor money to your ancestors. I will show you guys those Libyan rings. Now, I only have a size 7, a size 6, and a size 12. So if you are none of those sizes, I apologize, but that's what we got. So I'm going to put these guys on each of my fingers. At size 12, it's going to look ridiculous. But these are the Libyan desert glass that I was telling you guys about last week if you were on the live. Libyan desert glass is my big go-to for manifesting. I personally like it more than any other stone that claims to be a manifesting stone. It's very high vibe and just, I don't know, I just have select feelings about it. I think it does an excellent job more than anything else I've ever worked with. So I'll show you guys the Libyan desert glass. Let's stick my fingers in here. All right. Cool. So I've got the 12 on my thumb, 7 on my index, and 6 on my ring. So they are big chunks of Libyan desert glass. They are in their raw state. They're very different. I like the look of them. I like the color of them. To refresh, these are Tektites. So they are a result of a meteorite hitting the ground, heating up in this case, the sand in the area, and creating a sort of like natural glass. And cool fun fact about Libyan desert glass that I love telling everybody is that Libyan desert glass was thought to be a crystal of royalty and thought to be something super powerful that only like the rich could afford, to the point where King Tut has Libyan desert glass on his sarcophagus, on his breastplate. So if you ever see or look up the picture of his sarcophagus, his breastplate right in the center where his heart is at is where a Libyan desert glass scarab sits. And that, you wouldn't know it, is Libyan desert glass. So this exact stone I'm wearing is on his breastplate. And he thought it was so magical in property that it needed to be the only Libyan desert glass that he had on his breastplate, and that it was in the center of everything above his heart. So if you guys are interested, let me see if the prices change per one. They do not. So each one of these is $85. Keep in mind that Libyan desert glass is a more expensive stone because tektites are usually always going to be a little bit more expensive. They aren't abundant. Once they are picked up and gathered, Thanks, my nails are the color of abundance. They are. I love gold. I love gold so much. But wow, I lost my train of thought. Wow, that's how my brain's working today. I didn't get my energy drink. I'm running on empty. Guys, what was I talking about? Something about Libyan desert glass. Oh, tektites. They aren't prominent. The earth doesn't make them. So like how clear quartz and rose quartz and amethyst are more abundant, the earth has made them, still continues to make the crystals. Tektites are, once they are made, they won't happen again unless that perfect meteorite hits, and etc. I know, squirrel mode active. It really was. That was scary. I didn't like that. Speaking of, is anyone feeling this, if whether you believe it or not, this Mercury in retrograde is retrograding really hard. I am struggling. Technology hates me and everybody, which sucks being a social media, like the head of social media. Why does technology hate me so much? It is rough. And then on top of that, in our area, we got hit with some tornadoes on Tuesday. We actually had to close up the shop early. So we experienced some scrambled. I know, I feel like scrambled. So we had to shut down shop early because we didn't have power. And unfortunately, a lot of people in the area won't have power till next week. We were super fortunate to have our systems up and running. Cellular service was a little weird these past couple days, but we got it back, I want to say, somewhat better today. I was actually able to send out text messages, which I haven't been able to do. So it's weird. It's weird out here in these streets, man. Libyan desert glass rings are $85 each. So if you want one, now is the time to grab one. Again, I have one in a size 6, 7, and 12. If you are interested, even though it's not, I guess it could necessarily help with manifesting. It could. Moldavite. I have Moldavite rings. I have multiple in different sizes. So if you guys want to see those, let me know. But I'm not going to go through every single one unless you want to see them. Yeah, scrambled is the best way to describe it. That is how my brain feels, like mashed potatoes. I am not having a great time out here. But I hope everyone who is in the area was safe. I hope you have power. If you don't, I hope you are being taken care of. It's rough right now. So hopefully this time next week, things will be back to normal, at least in this area. If you are not a ring fan, but you still want Libyan desert glass, I have them in pendant form. So even closer to the heart, like where King Tut had them. I like to have Libyan desert glass in pendant form. I have actually 2 pieces of Libyan desert glass for pendants, as well as a ring. That's how much I like it. So these pendants are made out of sterling silver. And these guys are 100. And by made out of, I mean set. They are set in sterling silver. If you are neither wanting a ring or necklace, I do have this tiny little guy right here in this bag. A tiny little piece. And he is only 15. So if you want to feel the properties of Libyan desert glass, oh, excuse me. If you want to feel the properties of Libyan desert glass without the big dollar sign attached to it, or just want to kind of feel it, don't necessarily want to wear it, this guy is only 15. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you for blessing me. That guy snuck up on me. There was no way I was going to be able to cut it back. My second big one for manifestation, prosperity, etc., is citrine. This guy right here, really cute statement piece guy, would be nice to have if you own a business to bring in abundance and money. Bless you, sneezy one. Thank you, Karen. Thank you. I feel blessed. This is a little geode citrine. Very like, wow, I cannot speak. Very sparkly. Nice to have at your job or an office, someplace where you want to bring in some business, money, wealth, abundance. This guy is 48 and he's self-standing. So if you are wanting a cute little decorative office piece, he's cool. And citrine is hard to get to sparkle like that, so I'm impressed with the sparkles in this guy. These are also citrine. Citrine comes in different colors. They come in darker colors, yellows, paler yellows, tumbled, non-tumbled, clusters, etc. This is another citrine piece. And this guy is 20. So these two I know for sure are from the Tucson Gem Show. So these were brought back by the owner of the shop. She handpicks the stones that she believes people will like and then brings them back. And that is how we get a majority of our stones at our shop. And this guy is also 20. So, got two citrine choices. Hi, hello, how are you? Nice to see you. We're talking about manifestation today because of the Lionsgate portal. Manifestation in general. And do we sell poppets? Yes. We have them in fabrics form. They are not going to be on our TikTok shop because they are handmade by a local artist. So all of our local artist stuff we don't have on the TikTok shop. On the site, I don't believe so either. I can check. I can recommend in place of a cloth poppet, I use the woman and man candles, and we do have those. They're just as pliable unless you plan on like ripping it open and putting stuff into it. That would then be beneficial for the cloth, but you can use the figure candles. Are those poppets DIY? Is it already made, or are they in pieces? They are, I believe, are already made. But you can be the person that like goes in and dissects it, does what you need to do, put what you need to do into it. I don't believe they are already put together. Yeah. The whole point of poppets is they don't look necessarily really pretty because odds are you end up doing some pretty intense stuff to them anyways. But the candles work as well. We have the figure candles, we have the woman figure, and we have the man figure. And you can also use those as poppets as well, and burn them. You can't sew anything. That's why I need them. Oh, neither can I. Neither can I. It's not my thing either. I would definitely have to buy a poppet. That's why I've used the candles as poppets before. But if I wanted to actually like put some stuff inside of it, I would definitely have to buy one myself. Citrines, 20. Now, I don't know. I'm gonna hot glue it. There you go. You can hot glue it. That works. Like, they're meant to be messy anyway, right? Who cares? All right. So I don't know why no one has bought this book yet. I feel personally victimized because this book is super cute and super informative. So it talks about, here we go. So for example, this is me right now. Tired. I'm tired. Number 79. So the author of the book gives a brief synopsis as to the emotions behind why she feels this way. So for example, she goes, I didn't sleep for the first 5 years of my son's life. Thomas would wake up every 2 hours, and when he finally did start sleeping through the night, I gave birth to my daughter, and the cycle began again. I was so tired, so very, very tired. She just talks about how we go through different places in our lives where we are tired. We're physically tired, mentally tired, burnt out, constantly in fight or flight. And your soul is like calling out to you to get some rest, but you can't. She gives a nice little remembrance. So, for example, she goes, try to take a power nap. 10 minutes can be just fine. I feel called out. She says, do not try to mask the problem with coffee or other caffeinated drinks. Allow yourself to get some rest. I'm going to bed early tonight. But she gives a small little spell or incantation or prayer, whatever you want to call it, is to you asking the universe for help on this issue right here. And then how to fix that. So like alignment, being balanced and energized. So I really like this book. I mean, it gives for example, here's another good one. Number 82, Triggered. She gives you the brief synopsis as to what feeling triggered can feel like. And your reminder is to basically how to be gentle with yourself. Tired, same, always. You just purchased the Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs. People really like that book. So I'm glad. It's a good book. It is a good book. But yeah, tired. Always tired. Oh, I like this. How do I feel right now, and how do I want to feel? Then we've got good things, so it's not just negative. It's not just like triggered and tired and whatever. We also have when you're feeling aligned or aware, connected or content. So you have negative emotions, like critical, and then how to combat that, how to choose to combat this emotion with these emotions. And then you can go to those in the back of the book, because it's towards like the back. Gentle, graceful, etc. So I don't know why this book is still sitting on the shelf, if you want me to be honest, because it's the best book you purchased, is everything you need to know. Good. Because this is excellent, I feel like, for everybody. Like, sometimes you see manifestation books or like manifestation journals and you're like, oh, cheesy. Like, it's going to say, I am beautiful. No, this one's like, Busted, dehydrated, unfocused, screaming, crying. I'm on the floor throwing up. Throwing up, crying. I would say another one, but I can't. Shitting even. I'm saying it. Anyway, it even says blocked, annoyed, angry, aggressive, alienated, addicted, numb. Oh, man. Called out, distant, distracted, devastated, cruel. Anyway, really good book to have when you're feeling a type of way and how to combat those with other emotions and to just be gentle with yourself while you're dealing with the negative stuff. Really, really good book to where if no one buys it, I'm probably going to end up buying it at some point. So this one is exactly 20. It comes with the inserted bookmark that's built into the book, and it is hardback. So really good deal for that type of quality in a book. Another one. For real. I wonder if there's busted in there because that's how I feel every day, especially this past week. My eye decided to do some dumb stuff and not work halfway through the week. So I came to work rather busted is a good way of saying that. This one is specifically prosperity meditation. So each page is, so we've got one for like being prosperous. Mercury's in the refrigerator or something. I don't know. Mercury, dude, I'm telling you, usually I'll sit there and I'm like, like, it is what it is. Like, Mercury is in Gatorade or whatever. But I feel like it came full force. If you believe in that, it came full force this time to where I'm like, stop swinging. I'm so sorry about that. You mean it's not supposed to be tough love all day, every day? Wow, I'm shocked, right? No, you're supposed to be nice to yourself at some point. This book is great because it not only talks about manifestations or as far as prosperity, but also health. Even for prosperous peace on earth. Lord knows we need that. So you can even go to the back and choose your meditation. This book's been sitting for a bit too, and I also feel like this could be, you see books and like the covers aren't all that fantastic, so I feel like people overlook it. But I love a good book that just has like a meditation or a spell on every single page, like chock full of information. By the way, Zach, we got some Manta Suerte. I'm done. I'm logging off for the day. Santa Muerte books. I'm gonna cry. But we got some on prosperity, like working with her for spells of prosperity and money. And then we also got one for love and lust and a word that I'll probably get kicked off of TikTok for. Sexy without the Y. But I bought, obviously, the second option. And it is the funniest thing I've ever read in my life. I cannot wait for us to put it on the floor because I want everybody to buy it. I will, you know what? It says, I will send you some pictures of some of these prayers because they don't try to make it sound pretty. They don't try to make it sound sweet. They are full on like, this is what you want. Let's talk about it. So I will send you a picture of it. I told Melissa I had to show her some. Deep breath. I know. Man, I am going through it. Is there anything else anyone wants to see? As far as the necklaces go, I chose one specifically meant for success, good luck, prosperity, motivation, etc. I do have this one. For anyone who is wondering, these are called Seeds of Light, and the owner makers of this company combine several crystals together for it to serve one big purpose. So you've got like the main stone, which is the one in the middle, or the big one, and then the small ones that they add. On the back, each one comes with a little information card. So it has the reason why they added emerald or peridot or amethyst to this specific necklace. So if you are in our store, these guys are really popular. If you want something for a specific reason, boom, Seeds of Light has one for pretty much everything. I have one for stress-free letting go. I have one for sensuality. I have one for prosperity, third eye, and they all feel really good. Like, you can tell, like, they do put a lot of heart into these pieces. So I always say they're not the prettiest. They're a little gaudy looking. They are definitely not dainty, but they are great for layering. If you like your necklaces, if you like some longer necklaces with some short ones, I usually will keep the chain or the cloth or the rope, whatever it is, rather long specifically so I can layer the necklaces with those. So I have one for confidence with this really orange carnelian in the back. Let's see. So it has garnet and agate, green agate and carnelian. Yeah, self-esteem. This one's for self-esteem, confidence. Most of these are 30. I just don't want to lie to you guys. The moon-shaped ones are 32, but the normal tumbled stones are 30. Majority of these guys are in our TikTok shop, so if you want to see other ones other than what I have on the table, you can check them out in there. But there's some really cool ones in there for specific purposes. So highly recommend, especially if you're trying to if you're having a hard time combining crystals for a certain purpose, getting those and then feeling how they feel is a great way to feel like a crystal combination and then kind of work off of that. The last book I have here I'll go over, and then I'll log off if no one has anything else they want to see or say. This is the Law of Attraction Manifestation Journal. It's a guided journal for manifesting your deepest desires. So this one is pretty similar to the 369, except we have times. Like, it wants you to write down your time, your desired manifestation. Again, 369. Oh no. Yeah, 369. So very similar to the 369 method of the first book, but this one's like, what time did you say this? So it keeps you accountable as far as like, you better not have skipped today. What time did you say this? What time did you say it again? What time did you say it again? So if you don't want to follow a certain morning, afternoon, evening, like the 369 manifestation journal, this one you can do it whenever, but you just have to keep track of it. Let's see, what's this one here? This one's got a lot of numbers. So this is day blank of 5. Oh, yeah, they have you write this a lot. Like, this is straight up, like, you want something, you're going to write it down as many times as I say so. It also talks about scripting. And scripting, I'll give the method from this book. Scripting is the art of reimagining your life in an intentional way in the form of a written story. So when people say you're manifesting something, you have to believe it's already happened. You have to talk about it as if you're already living it. There's a whole thing. I think it was in a Crystal Skull book, to be honest. But there's this whole thing about when your mind in the universe doesn't know any better. So if you already act as if you are living this certain life. So, you know how people are like, well, I manifested my house. It's because they have nonstop looked up the layout of a house that they want. They nonstop look up the colors of the living room. You know, nonstop look up, well, I want this many floors and I want this many bathrooms and I want my shower to look like this. And so they begin to manifest this dream home that they either eventually build themselves or they find a home that's exactly like the one they've been talking about their entire life. So scripting is very important. Writing things down like you've already done them. You have to just believe that it's going to happen or believe it already has happened for you. And that's what scripting is. It can shift your reality as you begin to believe what you're creating through writing. So this is all through writing. 3 rules here. 5 rules. Have an idea of what you want your future to look like. Rule number 2. From the perspective of your future self, write in the present tense using positive words. Even though you are writing what your future will look like, write as if it is already your reality. Number 3, be detailed. So, exactly, how many floors does this house have? What does it smell like? What does it look like? Where are your windows? How is it decorated? Like, get detailed. 4, include your feelings. How do you feel having these things? How does it feel in this future version of yourself? Are you happy? Do you have everything you want, etc.? And then again, back to gratitude. You have to include how happy you are, the gratitude of what you've created. And then 5 is to believe it. To create this future version of yourself, you must believe in it. Believe you are capable of having it. So this one here is 1313. And lots of information in there. And but it's flat out, like, write it down today, tomorrow, the next day, etc., etc. Does anyone have any remaining questions before I log off for the night? I'll give you my summary of what we got going on. Tomorrow, I believe we are having a live with Emily at 1:30. Couldn't tell you what it is because I have no idea. But 1:30, we on Fridays we usually do a midday, like, lunch live. Don't know what she's talking about, but join in anyway. Usually it's something astrological, majority of the time. Let's see what else we got going on. I will be reading at the store this weekend on Saturday, I believe, with Maria. So if you are interested in getting a reading with me or her, stop on in. You can always go to goddesselite.com and go to our readers and healers. And if you want to guarantee yourself a spot, you can book through the website that way it is set in stone that you are coming in at a certain time and no one can cut you. What else do we got going on? I believe Larry is here on Sunday with Nick, which are both excellent readers. Larry is a psychic medium, while Nick is very, very, very good at tarot. He is very informative. So if you want an in-depth tarot reading, he is your guy for this Sunday. We have Wine and Spirits happening in September. If you or you know anybody who is wanting to vend at this event, let us know. because soon we will not be able to accept any more vendors. So if you would like to get in on that, definitely do. We are just no longer accepting any jewelry vendors at this time. We have maxed out on all of our jewelry vendors. But if you have anything else that you wish to sell, you can go to our events page on Facebook, find our wine and spirits event, and the JOT form will be in the bio for you to fill out to apply to be a vendor. After that, once you have been approved, you will be sent an invoice and get prepared for the day. Anything crazy fun happening? That's the big event. That's what we got going on. Anything that you see here, if you can't stop thinking about it, you want to purchase it, send me a message on our Facebook or TikTok, etc., Instagram, even though we don't go live on Instagram. But send us a message on there. If I still have it, I will put it aside for you and we can discuss shipment and sending it out to you and stuff. Majority of what I have on the table, a lot of books, decks are going to be on our TikTok shop, as well as those Seeds of Light necklaces, I believe. Those will be on our TikTok shop as well. We got a new shipment of decks and books in this last week. So if you are coming in to the shop, feel free to come and check out the new stuff. Our tarot shelves are getting full, so check them out, see if anything tickles your fancy. Oh, and we are running 20% off of dragon related items till end of day Sunday. So incense burners, books, select tarot and oracle decks, as well as statuary. So basically anything, I just tell everybody that's been coming in, anything with a dragon on it, 20% off. I believe I have not kept up with it, but I believe the House of Dragons season has ended. So this is kind of like the hoorah to that one season ending. So if anyone has anything they would like to say, comments, questions, concerns, feel free. If not, I will be heading off for the night. Hope you all stay safe out there. Do your manifestations, do your little spells, pray, whatever it is that you do, and figure out what you. Thank you. I'm glad we're safe too. Luckily we escaped unscathed. But do something for yourself, manifest the life that you want, and put your heart into it for sure. All right, y'all, have a good night. We shall see you tomorrow.